Today I want to tell y'all about an exciting opportunity that I've kind of came across. So recently I've had an opportunity to work with the company in another aspect of the logistics business. And with this company, I would say it's a step up from Skip the Dishes, Uber, and DoorDash. Anybody who's done that full time knows that that business is very, there's a lot to it. I've spoke about it before, but this opportunity seems a little more lucrative. If only marginally, I still think it's something worth pursuing, and there's potential for someone to scale in this business. And I've been kind of open my eyes up to an opportunity in this business to do something within the e-commerce delivery realm, and so that's kind of something that I'm eyeing, and I'm thinking for the Hustle Holdings business, this could be something that we could expand into in terms of our operating business. And I think this is one of the most logical steps that I could take moving forward, because I think it's going to bring real revenue income into the door for the business. And so that's what I'm thinking, and that's kind of where I'm going to be focusing my time as the operating company, and what we're going to be doing on a daily basis to bring in revenue and income. And then at that point, if things go anywhere close to where I think they could go, and we're able to build something that scales and grows passively, passively, actively, whatever, but grows and scales beyond just myself, then I think it'll be a success. And so that's kind of what I'm eyeing right now, and kind of where I have my sights on is growing the operating business instead of trying to focus on growing our balance sheet and focusing on investing in things like gold and silver and stocks and things like that. That'll come down. That'll come later down the line at some point, once the business has grown and operating and we've scaled to a point where just reinvestment might not make the most sense. Maybe adding something to our balance sheet like a reserve asset, like a Bitcoin treasury company, or adding stocks as a holding company, or buying other businesses might make more sense. And that'll be fun. But me as an entrepreneur, given the tools that I have now, I don't have a lot of access to capital. Given my current situation, my credit is not the greatest. And so what I do have is blood, sweat, and tears in this thing right here, the thing between my left ear and my right ear, my mind. And so if I can put these things to use, my hands, my body, my mind, and invest, and use the entrepreneurship tool in my toolkit as an investor, I think that's going to be great. So that's where I'm thinking of moving the company. So that's where I think I'm going to be focusing on moving forward. And so just want to give you all an update. If you guys want to know what's going on in the gold and silver market, I would suggest you guys follow VRIC, Peter Schiff, Bitcoin, Natalie Brunell. Those people I listen to. Any of the giants in those industries. Rick Rule, fucking Michael Saylor, Metaplanet. If you want to hear about commodities and Bitcoin and gold and silver and stocks, and I suggest listen to people that specialize in this sort of stuff. It's not that I don't pay attention to it. I pay attention to it to a point where it's fun, exciting, and it's fun. It's a fun game to play. But I think where the focus needs to be moving forward for me is on the operating company, instead of expanding our balance sheet. And all the things that I learned about investing through the CSC course and doing all this sort of investing information knowledge is learning what makes a good company and what makes a bad company. And so Buffett said once, because I'm an investor, I'm a better businessman, and because I'm a businessman, I'm a better investor. And so I think these all kind of coming together. I now understand accounting a little bit better, macroeconomic factors that play into a business, and all these sort of things that should be hopefully useful in the future. So, but as of right now, the focus is not to focus on the balance sheet, focus on income statement, and grow the balance sheet through the income statement. So instead of trying to grow the income statement through the balance sheet. And so for the business at least. So that's kind of where I'm at. So if you guys want to know, I'm still bullish on gold, still bullish on silver, still bullish on commodities, oil, all these sort of things. Still bullish on Bitcoin, still bullish on tech, AI, still bullish on crypto. I'm still bullish on all these things. So if you bought any of those things based on my recommendations, keep them. Or, I mean, I wouldn't say keep them. I could tell you to keep them, but it might be better if you just analyze your situation and figure out what's best for you. But, if you have excess cash and you want to put something into gold and silver, I think over time it should hedge against inflation, which is what it's meant to do. It's meant as like real money instead of like, if you bought that thing thinking you're going to make a fortune off of it, you might, but I don't think that's the best way to kind of approach that. So that's kind of where I'm at with that sort of stuff. So that's where I think I'm going to be focusing. So Hustle Holdings, I think I'm going to be focusing on growing the operating business and going from there. So I appreciate y'all. Peace.